Hey family, it's Mr. Denneman here, coming with a video going from improper fraction to mixed number and mixed number to improper fraction. So we're going to go the first way, going from a mixed number to an improper fraction. And we're going to use a strategy called the circle of life, where we essentially go in a somewhat of a circle to get our improper fraction. So here we go. I'm going to start off with this number right here, 2 and 1/4. Right? Two wholes and 1/4. It's a mixed number because we have a number and a fraction. So how are we going to turn this into an improper fraction? So we have four, our denominator, total equal parts in a whole is 4. That means that there's 4 parts equals one whole. 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4 equals one whole. These two wholes are made up of 4/4. So it's made up of one whole of 4/4. Yeah, I can see that. One whole of 4/4 and another whole of 4/4. All right. So instead of counting all this up, let's say we had 6. Instead of counting all this up, 4/4 plus 4/4 plus 4/4, we're actually going to do something quicker because those wholes are also kind of looked at as groups. So we're going to multiply the denominator 4 times 2. 2 times 4 gives us 8, or essentially 8/4. All right. Now we're going to take this 8/4 and we're going to add that to the 1/4. And this is where you start seeing that circle come alive, right? We're going to add that to the 1/4, which gives us 9/4, which is also equal to 2 wholes and 1/4. We're going to go through that one again, all right? This time we're going to use larger numbers, okay? So let's go with 7 wholes and 3/5. 7 wholes and 3/5. So again, what do we know? These 7 wholes are made up of groups of 5/5. 1/5, 2/5, one group of 5/5, 2 groups of 5/5, 3 groups of 5/5, 4 groups of 5/5, 5 groups of 5/5, 6 groups of 5/5, 7 groups of 5/5. So inside of each one of these is a group of 5/5. And instead of just adding up 5/5 7 times, it shows us right there, we can just multiply that 5/5, essentially that whole of 5/5 times 7. So 7 times 5 gives us 35/5. All right. And then now we're going to take that. I like to put the multiplication sign here so kids know that this arrow tells me to multiply. And up here we add. So 35 plus 3 gives us 38/5. So now we know 7 wholes and 3/5 equals 38/5. Okay? So now, again, slow the videos down, rewind if you have to understand what I'm doing. Now we're going to have to go the other way. This other way is kind of a little tricky for the scholars, going from improper fraction to mixed number. So I'm going to look at 19/3. I want to turn this into a mixed number. All right. So to understand why this works, these 3/3 is our denominator, right? So, or you can look at it as your divisor. The reason why is every 3/3 you get gives you one whole. So, for example, 3/3 is equal to one whole, right? 6/3 is equal to 2 wholes. So every group of thirds that you get that is complete is equal to a whole. So now instead of again skip counting up by thirds to 19, you can actually divide, and this sets students up for later grades past fourth grade. So what we're actually going to do is these 19 shaded pieces that we have, right? We're trying to see how many wholes we can make because our denominator, again, is 3. So we're going to do 19 divided by 3 equals. First thing you want to know is can I get, how many times can I multiply 3 to get to 19, or how many wholes can I get into 19? All right. Or the last thing I like to ask kids, what is the closest number I can get to 19? Right? And that's 18. If I skip count my threes. If I skip count my threes or use my fast facts, the closest I will get to 18, to 19, I'm sorry, is 18. So that is, and you put the 6 right here because 6 times 3 gives us 18, right? Then we're going to subtract that. 19 plus 18 gives us 1, right? This 1 is a leftover 1, or it's a remainder 1. It's 1, in this case, third left over, 1 piece left over, 1/3 left over, 1 part of the fractional unit left over. So because we know that, the denominator now, that was the divisor, comes back, this leftover, which was is now becomes our numerator, which now is 6 wholes and 1/3. This one again, the understanding, it's kind of simple but tricky for scholars to grasp. So I'm going to do another one. All right, let's go with 17/6. All right. So again, to break this down to understand the strategy, we know that 1 whole is equal to 6/6, right? Another whole would be 12/6, which is equal to 2 wholes. Okay, we can skip count up, but to be quick and efficient, we can take the 17 shaded pieces that we have and divide it by your denominator, because again, your denominator tells you total equal parts in a whole. Once we have 6 shaded parts, that's another whole. Once you have another 6 shaded parts, that's another whole. So now we got to ask ourselves, what number can I multiply 6 by to give me really close to 12? 6 times 2. I put that 2 right there because we have 2 wholes. All right, 6 times 2 gives us 12. I put that 12 underneath my 17, just like that. Then I subtract, right? 17 minus 12 gives us 5. Bring my divisor back as my denominator, and this leftover is always the numerator. Okay? So one thing I try to tell scholars is denominator, divisor, they're the same. They both start with a D. Don't ever switch them up. Denominator, divisor, they're the same. Total equal parts in the whole. All right? How many groups that we have? All right, so let's do one more. All right. Let's do one more. Let's go a little tough. Let's go 21 ninths. What is that equal to as a mixed number? Again, how do we set that up? 21 shaded parts, that's a number that is getting divided by my divisor or my denominator, 9. So now, how many times can I get uh, multiply 9 to get to 18? How close can I get there? How many holes can I pull out? I can pull out 2 holes, right? Because 9 times 2 is 18. Or that 18 shaded pieces. 21 minus 18 equals 3. All right. I bring my denominator back, which was my divisor. The 3 left over becomes my numerator. And you have 2 wholes and 3 ninths. We can simplify this into 2 wholes and 1/3. All right. So before I leave off, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually leave off 2 challenge questions for the kids to answer. All right. Drop a comment. The first 5 kids who solve these right in the comments. Mr. Denner might have a little surprise for you when you come back to class. The first 5 kids, and it's timestamped too, so don't try to send me I was the first 5. The first 5 kids in either one of my classes, I want you to solve these 2 problems out. Hopefully you can see it. These are the problems you're going to solve out. You're going to turn this into an improper fraction. 6 wholes and 4/5. What is an improper fraction? And then on this side right here, you like that little swiggle move, right? On this side, you're going to do, I'm going to give you guys a challenge. All right. You're going to do 29 fourths, turn that into a mixed number. Again, first 5 kids who drop the correct answer in the comment section, you guys get a prize when you come back on Monday from break. Till then, see you guys later.